forget what it is at rank 1. Hold on. It's at rank 2. It fears them for 1 second at rank 1. And that is huge. You know, someone's trying to run away. If they're in your range and they get feared, they're just going to be bobbing back and forth, you know, aimlessly for a bit. So, you know, Alistar comes in here. I throw down the fear, try and get some ganking going on. And then, unfortunately, their Nocturne was ready. I get 2 summoners blowing on me, an ult, and it was just, we overextended, didn't account for their Nocturne, and we died. So, not much, I mean, there's plenty I could have done about that. We shouldn't have overextended, but you know, it happens, and you learn from something like that, and I'm learning from things like that every game, as should you. Alright. So I go back to the store. Due to my ganks and I was farming pretty well. He's a fast jungler, so I actually was leading the game in minion kills at that point. I was able to pick up my Wriggles and my Zerkers, and a slew of pots. Due to Alistar having to go back, I wanted to go bottom, pick up some lane XP, lane gold, and just help out Pantheon in general. Pantheon actually, because ranked on blue is summoners, Pantheon goes into this top bush here. My ult comes off cooldown, and I tell him, okay, go. And we synchronize a perfect game. I luckily get away. Cat's Shunpo. When I say perfect gank, by the way, I was kind of incorrect in the fact that he died and I almost died, but we got ranked on, and that's good. Unfortunately, it might not have been worth it simply because the damage we took compared to the damage we dealt didn't even out. It might not have been a good idea to go in there. We did. It happened. You know, it happens. So, and that's also something that I have to. That with time, I'll be learning more with Nocturne. You know, can I balance my damage output compared to his survivability? And that's something that comes with learning. I call Jax off the red here though, because I really need I need the red for some successful ganks, and with Jax's output right now wasn't really the strongest. I didn't really trust him with red. So, excuse me. Something I didn't mention actually. If you notice bottom, Cat was chasing me, and I did mention I was fearing her Shunpo slightly. But if you use your Q like I did, it leaves that trail, this trail right here. It allows you to get the move speed bonus, and if someone's chasing you, you can use the move speed bonus to hopefully escape any skill shots or the range of certain things like that, like I did there. In that situation, bottom at least. And I just take over mid a little bit. I throw down some harass with the Q. I notice Nunu coming up, so I back off, wait for my Q to come up, and I just wanna throw the Q at him, because there's kind of a mental thing. A lot of players, if you shoot a skill shot at them when they're in a bush, and actually it's kind of, they probably should, they back off, and I wanted him to back off, that way I could safely return to farming. Because, excuse me. Nocturne, I see Nocturne as a carry / late game carry, and he really needs farm. Okay. So, you know, my ult's coming off cooldown. Something you want to do with your ult is time it well, because it does have a pretty large cooldown. I pop my ghost to get down here quickly, and you know, throw down the ult, lunge in. Luckily enough, they were both there, and it allowed me to throw down my combo on them, get a double kill, clear the lane, and honestly right there was about when the game started to go in our favor. Like, extremely in our favor, I mean. It was somewhat back and forth. We had an advantage through most of the game, but, you know, that was kind of when, okay, we might have this in the but, you know, I'm putting out a lot of damage at this point. It was pretty easy to rack up some of the kills that I was getting. Like this one here, it was just get in, kill him, get out. When I actually threw down my E because of the damage over time, I was able to sit there and just realize, okay, I don't even have to stay and take the turret anymore, it's gonna die. Right here, just something I'd like to touch up on. When you can, do Dragon. Dragon is 190 gold for everyone on your team, and it makes a huge deal. Early game, if you can get a Dragon or two, you can start pulling away if the lanes are even. If it's a low kill early game, if you get Dragon, that could put you ahead in the farming race and allow you to win the mid to late game. Here I don't think we get the kill, but I just throw down a little bit of harass, just kind of piss her off a little bit. And I back off. I don't want to lose my double buff, especially to Cat. The blue buff doesn't really make too much of a difference when it comes to mana regen, but cooldowns on Cat are huge, and the red buff is not good because it gives her that slow. So I go back, pick up my my BF sword because I want to start. I've been toying around with Infinity Edge and Bloodthirster. I usually build Bloodthirster just because of the mentality of getting stacks early, but a lot of people will agree that Infinity Edge early is better because you get the higher crits and such, and because of your attack speed you get quite a few crits on Nocturne without even building too many crit items. Overall, we're just kind of pulling away. I'm getting extremely fed. I'm 7-1. A 15-minute Wriggles, Zerkers, Bloodthirst, BF Sword, and Vampiric Scepter is that's quite a bit for anyone. Their Nocturne, unfortunately, I didn't catch it right there. Their Nocturne goes down. Seemed a little bit foolish to go in against 3 people. I didn't watch that in the game either. I was worrying about other lanes and getting down. Trying to work on my map awareness to see what was going on. Here I see Nunu coming in for me though. Throw down my combo. He starts to back off, and I realize, alright, I'm not going to chase, and he flashes. That's fine. We just blew his biggest summoner spell. Nunu without flash has a lower chance of initiating or getting a good ult off because he very often has to rely on that extra 400 distance or whatever the hell flash gives you in order to do your thing. I noticed a fight breaking out down bottom, throw my ult, come in, fear on Cat because Cat's the main damage, and I just burst her down. She's done. Their Nocturne comes in, unfortunately for him, doesn't fare very well. Their Nocturne wasn't building the greatest, and I just continue to go on and beat down their Lux. So, you guys might be watching this and thinking, wow, Nocturne's really strong, he's OP, blah, blah, blah. From playing him, I will say that I do not believe he's OP. I believe he is strong in the fact that he can create great ganking opportunities, and early game he is, a great ganker. But I don't believe he's overpowered in any way, shape, or form. If you allow him to get fed early, though, his multiple damage dealing abilities allow him to output massive amounts of damage. The downside, as to everything, is that he gets bursted easily. So here I finished my Bloodthirster and by pickaxe for the Infinity Edge. I just wanted to start building for my late game. Wow, it's early here. Excuse the yawning. Wanted to start building for my late game, get stacks as early as possible. From this point on, I don't think I needed to get too much stacks. It was an early surrender on their part. But I just wanted that damage output, just in case it was needed later. But through your Q, try and stay on the edge of it like I did there to get the extra AD bonus when you're jungling. Something that's nice about Nocturne is with his I believe it's his passive. What's his? What ability is it? I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but he has. It might just be the fact that he has the attack speed steroid from his W, or not the steroid, but the passive. He life steal tanks very well. If you're auto attacking someone, you have a surprising amount of sustainability. Now I want to talk about this team fight here. So far it doesn't look like one, but it does turn out to be a team fight. I initiated in, bursted down their Nocturne because their Nocturne was their main damage output besides Cat. While it was good to get him down, it was one of those situations where I didn't balance the amount of damage I would take and the amount of damage that I could do, and I got killed almost instantly. If I didn't die there, this team fight here would never have been as close as it was. I would have stayed and just ran train on them, and it would have been over. I mean, of course, we might not have gotten we might not have gotten the initiation, and the team fight might not have even happened. But the fact that I as the carry, initiating and dying like that, it was foolish. And when you're playing Nocturne, despite having an ult that lets you lunge across like half the map, you know, not literally, but like quite a bit of distance, you have to realize you have your limits. And there goes Nunu crying OD. The other teamo surrender. The other team, not teamo, surrenders at this point, and it's GG. Carry the game is Nocturne. You know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary. I'll be releasing more of these. This was just a quick one, but I really wanted to just get a quick one out on Nocturne to state some opinions, some build ideas, and you know, a playstyle to show you guys how you can possibly play him. All right. You know, subscribe to the channel, check out clocktowergaming.com, and I hope you guys have a great day and great games. Good luck, have fun. See you around.